Hi everybody and welcome back to another Legends of Runeterra video. So today we just barely got the latest spoilers, the very newest spoilers for Guardians of the Ancient, the newest expansion coming to Legends of Runeterra. Only 3 cards today, at least at the moment. Maybe we'll get more later today, but I imagine that because they released sort of the trailer video for the new expansion, that these are just kind of like little teaser cards as well. So not going to be very long of a video. If you guys didn't see that little teaser trailer, go ahead and watch it. Pretty interesting. It does show the champions that we're going to be getting, which correspond to these cards here. So Ionia, Targon, and Shurima, of course, will be Zilean, Malphite, and Irelia. Yeah, and we can just very quickly look at these cards and maybe talk about what I expect to see as well in this expansion. So let's start here on the bottom. So we got Blade, and you'll notice this is a token card because we don't have a rarity gem here at the bottom. Blade, obliterate me when I leave combat at 1/1/1 cost. Yeah, not really much to say here. I really can't evaluate this card because this is going to be a token card most likely for a spell or for Irelia herself. We can click on this actually and open the card art a little bit more fully here, and there is Irelia right there with all the other blades around her. So I could see there being potential if I were to guess, since it says obliterate me when I leave combat. There is a chance for things like recall synergy, I could see. Now also kind of evaluating Irelia's kit herself in League of Legends. She does have quite a variety of spells and abilities, and kind of like she's got potential shields, she's got stuns, she's got quite a bit of damage, kind of like stack building as well. So they could have gone quite a few ways with her. It looks like blades are going to be a very important part of her champion and probably level up condition as well. But yeah, I could see here, since obliterate me when I leave combat, leaving combat, it's kind of weird wording unless you're recalling it or it's leaving somehow. So I could see recall synergy. Like, I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on this, but just because there's not really a lot here with the blade, I really hope they do well for Irelia and Ionia in general for this expansion, because I mean Ionia has kind of gotten the short end of the stick for a long time. Lulu was the last champion released to Ionia, and that was almost a year ago, which is crazy. We haven't had new champions and just kind of like these trivial cards ever since then. So hopefully Irelia can do a lot to refreshing this region and making it something that people will play again. And that's kind of what I hope. So no matter what they do with Irelia, I just hope that it's strong enough that people are going to be interested in playing Ionia. And maybe even, like, Ionia is played, but mostly for Deny and Nopify. So I really hope that Irelia is cool and people will want to play her. Alright, on to the next card. That's all we're going to talk about. Chip. Might as well open the full card art on this one as well, since I did on the last one. It's, I believe, when you've summoned a landmark this game, grant me +2/+2. So, yeah, landmark synergy, which is kind of what we expected. I don't remember if I addressed this. There was like a tweet from a Riot developer saying that, or maybe a Reddit post, I can't remember, saying that Talia was going to be getting some, like, a buff in coming months, and I kind of took it as not necessarily a buff, but more landmark support that's going to help her become more viable as a champion. And Malphite, of course, a walking mountain, maybe a landmark champion. So I could see that easily happening. Alright, Chip. Once you summon a landmark this game, grant me +2/+2. Pretty standard, becomes a 3/3. So I guess the trade-off for this, and really the earliest that you could get this, so you can play this, right, and then it becomes very similar to why can't I remember the name? The one cost from Shadow Isles that gets +2/+2 when an ally dies. Forgetting the name for a second, I don't know why. Very similar to that though, where you get a benefit later on in the game. So even though you're playing this on turn 1, it's a 1/1. It becomes a stronger unit afterwards, and that Shadow Isles card is a very strong card. So I imagine that this one will be very strong as well in the archetype, and could go a long ways actually as a 1-drop for landmark. So pretty interesting. All right, let's go back to the last card here, Clockwork Curator. Again, we can open the card art for a second here. This is a 2-drop, 2/2. Play advance an allied landmark 2 rounds, and this looks like you should be able to choose which one it is, right? So target whichever landmark that you want. So we're going to get more countdowns during this expansion. I'd be very surprised if we didn't. Zillion is going to be coming, and this like the whole time countdown archetype surrounding Zillion, so we should get more. This is actually a very strong looking card if I'm being honest here, and so not only does this help like archetypes like Talia, and getting like rock bears out faster, and Lysandra for frozen thralls and things like that, which actually we haven't really seen any decks with Frozen Thrall yet that have actually been competitive, just because the Shadow Isles Freljord version of Lysandra and like the Watcher is so much more powerful. This could actually bring a potential Frozen Thrall deck, just because it's going to be able to advance those Frozen Thralls a lot faster, and so you don't kind of have this dead weight of landmarks on your board. So watch for that. And then also the last one, of course, probably a lot of you are thinking, is the Buried Sundisk. Esteemed Hierophant is the only other card at the moment that advances landmarks. Well, advances a landmark. The Buried Sundisk, this 2-drop has a lot more versatility because it can advance any landmark that you choose. But yeah, this will probably fit into Allegiance Buried Sundisk decks very easily. I completely expect this. And as we get more cards from Shurima, that deck archetype is going to get more powerful as well. So anyway, yeah, pretty short video today. Nothing too crazy. I imagine we're going to get probably Irelia. I would guess Irelia's cards tomorrow. Follower cards potentially. They kind of surprised me last spoiler season with how fast they kind of revealed champions. So we'll see if we get a champion tomorrow. If not, at the very least, it should be followers for one of them, which will most likely be Irelia. So, all right, yeah. Hopefully, you guys enjoy this. Yeah, not too much more to say about it. Go ahead and like and subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks.